So I'm the leader of the interactive sport product project within Decathlon. So our objective, and I will come back to you with some slides, is to have 100% of our product with RFID this year. So we speak about interactivity of sport product. So it's mostly RFID, but we are also investigating some other technology, as you saw in previous presentator slide, to complement, in fact, the interactivity of the product with the interactivity of users. So a good project is to be put on two legs. We have two legs, and our two legs of the project are first, to be able to provide efficiency to the people working within Decathlon. So the first advantage of the RAIN RFID technology is to be able to gain efficiency in the whole supply chain, in our whole supply chain, and our teammates are getting benefits of the technology every day. So this is the first and main point of using RFID for a retailer, RAIN RFID. The second point, the second leg, is consumer benefits. So we want to increase the pleasure of what we call the sport users, which are our customers, and the benefits needs to go beyond what pure e-commerce players are able to offer to our consumers. So if we cannot provide a better shopping experience in our store, in 5 to 10 years, nobody will come in our stores. So we need to be able to provide to consumers good experience, and this is in the store, but also in the sport practice. When you practice sport, we need to provide interactivity. So who we are? We are retailers. We have 1,500 stores. It's 51 countries because we opened Lithuania last week. We sold more than 1 billion products per year, more in the area of 1.4. We have 12 billion euro of turnover, and we have a completely integrated supply chain. What does it mean? We design sport products. We have our own warehouse, around 50 in the world, and we sell our own products in our 1,500 stores all over the world. In China, we are present since 25 years. Almost 50% of the products we sell are coming from China. In terms of retail, China is the second biggest country next to France, and I believe next year, if we understand what we are doing today in China, China will be our biggest market. In terms of designing products, we have more than 200 what we call passion brands. This means that for each sport, you can find a brand with the Decathlon that is supplying products to practice your sport. And what is very important is that we are also an IT company. We have thousands of engineers, IT engineers, and this is one of the successes of our RFID project. We are able to master technology. So I'm going to put a video.
matter where you come from.
Are you different? Oh, I hate you. American.
No matter any religion. Education.
You have the freedom to decide.
So this is a very emotional video. So this is who we are. Basically, we are not a sponsor of very big stars like Yao Ming. You know, Yao Ming, the basket player in China. He will never wear something from us. We are not there to sell dreams to people. We are there to make sport accessible to the many, to everybody. We are there to make the best shirts, the best technical shirts, the best technical shoes to run. Not to go into a nightclub or a disco bar, it's really sport. And this is our DNA. Our DNA is to connect people through sport. And this is a very strong value that we have. And who we are means that we want to share this value also with our partner. So, if you speak about the RFID project, the RAIN RFID project, the project started in fact 10 years ago. It was a long process. We were expecting to face new competitors, and we have them now. So there was a real need to invest in technology that will allow to build a specific connection with the sport user to face the new competition. There was also a need to strengthen our e-platform strategy, our omni-channel strategy. We wanted also to create competitive advantage and to invest in technology that we master and where we can create a lot of value. We wanted also to sustain our growth. Our growth has been incredible in the last 10 years. We have double-digit growth since more than 10 years, and we need to sustain that. So we need to invest in technology that will allow to make economies of scale. Because if you cannot do that, and when you're growing, then you lose more and more money the more you sell. Of course, we are also an innovative company. We have a lot of engineers making great products. We have a lot of IT people. So we are able to leverage with this innovation force. We say within Decathlon, we don't want to be 2 hours ahead from the market. We want to be 15 minutes or 45, quarter of an hour in advance. Don't be too advanced. Be there a little bit before your competitor. And there was this concept of saying we want to have a technology that will allow us to identify each product separately, to have a specific ID for each product, because we want to increase and to strengthen the link with the end customer. Of course, you could do only that with barcode, but this is not enough. What we want also is to be efficient. So we have searched during years all the different technology, and the best technology to be able to link a product with a brand, with a platform, is the RAIN RFID technology. All the other technology is not at all suitable for that. Only RAIN can afford that. So the RAIN RFID project, we did a complete value creation file. So this is the most audited project within Decathlon. I'm very proud to have auditors because sometimes they make me leave my dreams and go back to reality. But the objective for us was to increase our turnover because we want to have available products. We say with Decathlon, product needs to be available or available. We have no choice. If a customer enters into a store and can't find a product, it's destroying our brand image. Also, we wanted to decrease the shrinkage, and when we say we wanted, we achieved all of that in the last 5 years. We wanted also to remove physical inventory in stores. This was quite costly for us to have physical inventory in stores. We wanted also to increase efficiency in cash tills. For retailer, the cash till position is one of the biggest in a store. So it is a cost for us, because to be present in a cash till as a teammate, you don't create value, you don't sell anything. So if you are able to reduce the working hours spent in cash tills, this is very important for any retailer. The EPV reduction is a retail wording to say we sell the product at the right moment in the store. So we don't overstock. The stock comes just before the product is sold, and this means that we have the price of selling a product is increased, because you don't have to sell the product after the peak time. You have the product right on time and you sell it at the right price. Of course, we also have a lot of logistic efficiency. I think most retailers in China, they use RAIN RFID just for logistics. Of course, this has a lot of impact in store, warehouse, factories. And there were also many additional benefits that we didn't forecast at the beginning. The interactivity with the customer, the shipment from store, the traceability is getting more and more value creating factor within our ecosystem. So this project also was a lot of investment for Decathlon. A lot of value creation, but a lot of investment. So this project was driven by the shareholders and the top management. This is a key success factor for any kind of retail. If you want to really convince your customer and other retailer to go to RAIN RFID, you need to speak at top management level. Of course, the objective was to go to full automatization of non-creating value tasks. I spoke about cash till, but there are a lot of non-value creating tasks, like for instance, to check inventory in a store is not creating value, unless the fact that you have your inventory. So we did a phased go-no-go approach. So we started with 1 store, 10 stores in several countries. And in fact, all the indicators were green. And we said, okay, let's go to the full implementation in 2013. And then it was about implementing one of the most successful projects within Decathlon. So one key element was also changing human. It's a big project about human change. And we did a lot of online tools to explain the technology, because you can have the best technology in the world. If you have teammates that don't understand the benefits and how to use the technology, you have a mass failure. So, what is it concretely? Everything within Decathlon is now making a tag at source, tagging the product at the factory, already controlling what has been shipped from the factory using the RFID technology. In terms of warehouse, you do the reception, you do the inventory, the shipment that you make, e-commerce shipment, you don't mis-ship any shipment in e-commerce thanks to RFID. You do a complete picking control using RFID, so when you pick to send to your customer or to send to stores, you pick the right thing. You also do the security setup at the factory, at the warehouse, sorry. And for the store, of course, there is inventory, there is point on sale, there is anti-theft, and there is more and more interactivity with port user. So I'm not going to make a big speech out of that. You have a store 5 kilometers from there, you can have a look, it's there, it's all over the world. And basically you can observe what the people are doing with this fantastic technology. So this was yesterday, this was before I was speaking about history, but what's next? So now we are about to be 100% RFID. I'm touching wood, it's done, it's almost done. A few issues, but it's almost done. And I would like to thank all of you, because if we achieve that, it's thanks to most of the people that are here, so it's maybe our turn, people of Decathlon, to applaud you, because you've done with us a terrific job. I spoke 2 weeks ago with the CEO of our company. He told me, I didn't believe you would be able to achieve that. Why is it so? Because in Decathlon, we have a lot of different product categories. We are not only an apparel retailer. We sell liquids, we sell bottle of water, 50 cents. How are we going to tackle that and to find a return out of that? So this is very challenging, and we managed to be successful with all of you. But now we are going into a second step, the 2.0 version of RFID, because we can count on all the products. Each product will have an RFID tag. First benefit, cash clear. So you saw in this small movie, without or with RFID, it is a real movie made with a teammate from Decathlon. This is the thing that makes our teammates love this technology, because it is easy their everyday life. They were spending a lot of time with customers trying to find the barcode in some products. Sometimes it's really tricky to find it. It's on one place or the other place. Now they throw everything there. Before, on Saturday, they were having like half an hour of queuing before going to cash tills. Now, with the stores that are in advance, that are fully equipped, the maximum waiting time for consumer is 1 minute. Can you imagine that? Half an hour, 1 minute. I saw personally in some stores, people waiting to buy a bike. They were seeing the queue, and they were saying, okay, I will come back later on. Whether they come back or not is another story. But can you imagine the impact of the technology for our consumer? It's incredible. When I was speaking about the 2.0 project, what do I mean by that? What are we going to do more? In fact, if you have all your products with a digital identity that we are able to read in an efficient way, like a brain RFID, you can increase all your process efficiency. So processes where we say, okay, We don't need a RAIN or RFID. Yes, we don't need, but each process within Decathlon can be impacted by RAIN technology. Of course, omnichannel is a must. To be able to know 100% what is your inventory in each part of Decathlon is enabling and supporting omnichannel. The increase of automatization of tasks, I've already spoken about that. Of course, we need to secure the future and promote RAIN RFID. This is what I do today, and we do that by having new frequency in Europe, and we are very happy to serve the community. What we have done also is, a lot of people say RAIN is difficult to implement. With the team, we have managed to build a full system, and now all the new users, internal users, all the different people making the IT system of Decathlon, they are able to use the RAIN technology in an easy way. So we master the complexity, and internally the IT team are able to put RFID everywhere. Of course, we bring new usage, generating value, and now we want to increase the pleasure of sport users with fun and interactive experience. We believe in that. So I'm a real believer of having RAIN becoming also a way to interact with the product when the product is used in the field. So to conclude, we are not so far from Christmas. So I'm here to make also some shopping list because you are all in front of me. So we have a little bit of time. We need technology convergence to increase sport product interactivity. We know that RAIN will not be able to do everything. And we strongly believe in technology convergence, meaning that we will need to have convergence of different technology, video for analysis of the customer experience. Of course, with RAIN we can do a lot of things. We know that the customer has taken a product in the store. We are able to know when the customer is going to a fitting room with a given product. We know if the action has conducted to a sale or not. So we are able to do a lot of things with RAIN RFID because a product that is tried, was it bought or is it not? So how are we going to have a better product in store? The way also we show the product in store, but what we can do with RAIN, for instance, is to see how the consumer behaves. And that we can use, for instance, video for that, but we need to have convergence. What we want is to have, of course, RAIN RFID readers, so I know we have a lot of reader maker in the room. We have, it has been a fight, I don't know, 2 years fight, to get this new, it was a 1 year and a half fight to get this new European regulation. We have now, I think, in Europe, we are lagging behind. Now we are able to be more efficient in Europe than anywhere else in the world. So I count on you to quite rapidly develop new products that will make RAIN even more efficient. And this new frequency with 4 watts normally should have new usage. So for instance, for overhead, all the application with fixed leader, as Chris told this morning, with this new frequency, with this new power, we will be able to have achieved efficiency. Because what we want to achieve is 100% reading. We have 100% of product with a tag. If we cannot read at 99 point something, we destroy value. We want to push also for mass adoption of RAIN in consumer electronic world. I think for everybody it will be, and all the retailers that have already endorsed RAIN, if we want to have a convergence of technology in the tag, it's going to be too costly. So we know that it's not a double price, but if you want to have NFC with RAIN in a tag, it's going to cost way too much for many retailers. And RAIN is a must, because thanks to RAIN, we are able to be efficient in the whole supply chain. So we will never remove the red tag. What we want is to use the red tag to have interaction with consumer. And how the consumer interact today, mostly, is with the mobile phone. You have to walk in China to see all the people linked to their mobile phone. We want to have mobile phone with great technology. And a lot of retailers are thinking about that because we want to have the link with the consumer. Tomorrow, I have a customer that is running and that is using a Decathlon product. He has his mobile phone. He is using Strava, he is using Decathlon Coach. We have our own app for that. And I want to be able to interact with my customer when he is using my product. And a lot of big retailers are thinking the same way. So I believe it's time now to think about how we are going to integrate rail in consumer products, because this is the next move. And we count on each of you to do that. We also ask for miniaturization and, I don't know if it's English, embeddability of tagging solution. Why do we ask for that? Because today, in some places, the tag is removed just after sale. What we want to be able to interact with our own customer is to be able to keep this tag in the product. And this has a lot of benefits. The first benefit is to reduce shrinkage. If you don't know where the tag is on the product, how are we going to remove it if you want to steal the product? It's impossible. So, if embedded tag is the key solution against people that are stealing products, and it has a lot of other benefits. So, how are we going to find the right solution to have the tag in the product? And on top of that, we believe, and I want to find Mr. Nakai from Japan, we also believe we want to achieve this kind of cost figures in the future. And we believe that embedded solution will be less costly in the future. Maybe we are wrong, but we believe that. This is to jump on the last point. We want low-cost, simply connected reader solution. I believe personally that the usage of low-cost rail RFID reader can explode in the future. We want to have this kind of reader everywhere. But today, what is preventing that is the cost of the solution. We know the cost of an NFC reader, we know the cost of a rail reader. I believe with all the people in the room, we can find the right solution to decrease the cost and to have millions and millions of readers everywhere. We spoke about washing machine, fridge, all these elements in a home. I believe personally, maybe in 10 years' time, we're going to have 20 rail readers in your home. You will not even notice, as everybody has a Wi-Fi today, and I believe we share the same vision, Chris. We need to have that happening because we already tag the product. The product in 5 years' time, I believe the figures that we speak about are lower towards what we're going to achieve together. All the product will bear a tag. And how are we going to use that to create value for the end user? So, in terms of value creation, we believe within Decathlon, not only me but the auditor, that we achieve not even half of the capture of the value we can create with rail. So we are very happy with that, but we want to go beyond that. And we count on you, all of you, to do that, to achieve that in the future. And I think we are ready to take some questions. I think we have 5 minutes for that. I will be happy to answer to your questions.
Thank you, Hervé. Does anyone have questions? I think you've stoned them all into silence.
Impressive story indeed. Would you mind sharing a bit of the business benefits that you have achieved in terms of, for example, shrinkage, percentage-wise?
So we don't provide figures, complete figures, but we provide more to say where we create value. So the main benefit is first to have the right inventory and to be able to manage inventory. So when I say have the right inventory, it's not only to have the right inventory to sell in the store, but also we achieve that with a global inventory that is reduced. So we stock less in warehouse because we trust the inventory that we have in store. So it's not only having the right product in the store, it's also to have it at a lower cost because we have less global inventory in our supply chain. But we don't provide real figure with that, it's a little bit sensitive, so we don't provide the right figures, but the main is this one. The second biggest in terms of value creation is the fact that we don't discount because we have the product on time to sell. So if you go into a Decathlon store, there is no sales at the end of the year. The difference between the official price and the real price is very limited. And this is the second biggest aspect. The third biggest aspect is shrinkage. For sure, because you have a solution that will prevent people from stealing, it's a third benefit. And you have, last one, you have efficiency logistics also. And the last one is fiscal inventory, so it was a cost that we reduced. Today, all over the world, when we do a fiscal inventory, so we count products in stores, it's a quite costly task for each retailer. We do that with Web. So it's taking now 50 hours, something like that. So it's 4 times less than before, and we don't use external people to do that today. But I'm sorry, I cannot provide official figures about that.
Yes, thank you, very impressive. My question was about the embedding. I remember the corporate pack, they need to dye, greenwash, they need to be able to cut out. So how do you, what's your perspective on this embedding and privacy, and maybe also the time frame that you're looking at?
So we have to be very cautious with that. So in terms of privacy, it's quite simple. Everything you do needs to be authorized by your customer. And all the systems that are tracking products are completely, there is no, it's not personal data. So we never link the product part with the user part. And in the end, the user, we will never do something, we all know the Google and the Facebook, what they do in your bag. I strongly believe this is a failure for them because they make a lot of money out of that and you are not aware of what they make with you. We will never do that. And when you speak with some other company, they speak about what is legal. We don't speak about legal things. We speak about ethical things. And I can tell you, when we discuss within Decathlon, we don't speak about, of course sometimes we check legal aspect of that. We speak about what would you like people to do with you as a customer? Would you like people to do that in your bag without telling you? I would not like that, so we will never do that. And this is a mindset. And I can tell you, if you have the right link with your customer and you say to your customer, okay, are you ready to give this information because you will get these benefits and we will do that with your data? Yes or no? And if you look at the profiles for Google or Facebook, I've tried that myself. Okay, you know in Europe you have some specific laws. You go there, you click, you cannot understand what they tell you. They tell you a lot of stuff, it's 10 pages, and you're like, okay. And in the end, are you allowed to say yes or no? No, you're not allowed. If you disagree with Google way of doing it, you have to remove Android. In all our systems, we will say to your customer, do you allow it or not? And I think it is the right way to say it. Think about ethics, not about law. Thank you.
So how does Decathlon see things like advanced algorithms or artificial intelligence usage of the data for predictive orders, so more proactive usage of the EPC consumption?
in terms of progression of our products, or
Yeah.
in which area?
Yeah, so the manufacturing of the products and also maybe even development of future products based on computer learning.
So basically, this project is one of the ongoing projects. For sure, our people that are manufacturing and designing products will want to know more data, have more data about the way the products are used. And this is a kind of program where we are working today on. So we are starting. It's really a start that we do. We have the same kind of things, you can put a grade out of products, websites, stuff like that. In the future, we want to use Ray to do that, for sure, because it will allow us to identify the product. What we want to do is to show to our customer where the product was manufactured. What we call transparency is very important. I buy a product, I want to know where it was made, by whom. No child work, no bad stuff. We are doing that. In fact, we are one of the main buyer of green cotton in the world. We don't say it. I think it's a pity. We should say, okay, we are buying 80% of the green cotton in the world. And this is one of the company arguments to sell to our customer. So we have this ethical aspect that has been there since the foundation of Decathlon. And Ray is a way to show to customer, okay, this product has been made by this guy, using this regulation, and we have this kind of things, and transparency is also a very important aspect. But in terms of international intelligence, what we want to do is really build the platform of the future. And certainly, if you have this ethical aspect, I think everything will go well. Today, we are not really well advanced in this area, but we are investing for the moment. The first usage will be to improve product, basically.
All right, thank you very much,